Most welcome back to Stage Africa, and we're just wrapping up the show on this Friday. I need to introduce you the founder and the editor of AfricanAthletics.com. He's Yomi Omogbejam, and he's with us today to talk about African athletics and the year 2016 and the grand schemes that he has for the continent. Yomi, most welcome to the studio.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And I mean, we're so honored to have you here today.
Okay. I'm also glad to be in Ghana.
Let's talk about, what you've been doing for African athletics and for you, what you feel the continent's prospects are in athletics.
Yeah, well, we've had issues also, and also athletics itself has been dealing with some crisis in the last few months. So, but for Africa, this year is good for us. There's Africa Championship in South Africa. So we hope we can, at least on the field of play, be positive about what we can achieve. This pre-season has been very good. A lot of African athletes are doing well, especially Ghanaian athletes. And John Akpoma has been kickstart the season very well. Also, Flings Owusu Yapong has done some fast times as well. And we had the world records 2 days ago by Dibaba and Suleiman of Djibouti. So on the field of play, African athletes are actually doing well this season, and we look forward to a good outing at the Africa Championship and also at the Olympics in Rio. But we still have the issue of the doping and the lack of accountability and a lot of allegations of bribery here, especially in Kenya athletics. That's a sticky issue that we need to address because it's our reputation as a continent is at stake there. So briefly, that's what I would say. Well, in terms of what this year brings, we're looking positively to a very good outcome and a very good performance by our athletes at the Olympics.
Can you tell me more about this initiative of yours, Pan-African, Athlete of the Year, projects that you
carrying? We find out that unlike the CAF, the Continental Football Association, the CWA has not been very proactive about honoring or even supporting our athletes. So for the past 3 years, we've been trying to organize an African Athletics Award to actually honor and support these athletes. The issue, when there's a negative issue of doping on things like that, there's always this media attention on the athletes. But then no one actually thought about the athletes who are clean, who are doing this well, despite all the odds. We all know the problem with the federations not giving funds on time, not supporting the athletes. But then some of these athletes are still, irrespective of the problems, are selling. So we want to honor them. We want to encourage them. So we're working with other sport journalists and other federations within the continent. So we're looking at December this year to start the first African Athletics Africa Award called ATAF. Basically, it's our own way of saying, okay, if the CWA will not do it, we're looking out for sponsors and partners who can help us to organize this and honor our athletes based on the performance at the Olympics and at the Africa Championship this year.
It's really a wonderful initiative, and you've seen some of our African athletics, on display at the CA African Championship 2014. But Yomi, I'll have to open the phone lines now. While still, we'll continue this discussion on African athletics. The lines 0302-767226 is 0302-767226. We'll discuss quite a range of issues today on football, African football, the Ghana League, and your thoughts about the matches coming up this weekend. You can certainly, call us on the line 0302-767226, and then let's get talking on African sports. But Yomi, I definitely will have to go back to the earlier point you made about Kenya, because the IAF president, Sep Kwaw, has come out yesterday saying Kenya could be prevented from competing in Rio due to these doping issues. Kenya as a country, Africa as a continent, are we really taking doping seriously?
Yes, we are. One way, and we're also not. It's quite expensive to do these testings. And Kenya, until recently, hasn't even, I think they use South African labs. So I think because of the problem with Ritajepto, the government are now working with WADA, decided to set up a anti-doping Kenya lab. So I think the problem with IWF is that they think the pace is not fast enough, and they want this whole system in place before the Olympics. Now, Kenya is one of the countries that's on notice. After Russia was suspended, there were about 6 or 7 countries that are on notice that they need to put things in place or they risk being banned.
Yeah.
But I find it quite surprising that SEB had decided to pick on Kenya, you know, because there's also France and Spain, there are other countries who are also on notice.
Yeah.
So is he going to ban them as well? Why Kenya? I mean, I found that, you know, it's a bit, you know...
Victimization,
yeah,
I think.
it's a bit too dramatic. And, you know, when you see the trend of stories that are coming out about this and this, allegations and this, it's like a you know, season, you know, to a major announcement of something that people have been planning. And I find that strange. But I hope the Kenya government and the association will work on this to make sure that it doesn't
take it up.
Because if Kenya doesn't go to the Olympics, it's a huge problem, and it's a real big dent on the reputation of them. And also, it's not good for the athletes as well, because the clean athletes are the ones that are going to suffer. Yeah. Not the officials that are alleged to have taken bribe or, you know.
Okay. Well, Yomi, we'll have to end it here. Unfortunately, we would have loved to have a lot more time, you know, to talk about African athletics and everything going on with our athletics in the country. Tomorrow, the Ghana Athletics Association is opening its season at the Elwak Stadium. At 9, the competition starts, the first Open Championship for the year. In total, they're expecting about 10 competitions this year. African Championship around the corner, Rio around the corner, and we wish them all the very best of luck. Many thanks to you, you know, for making time to pass through the studio. I think you were on GTV Sports Plus earlier in the week. Yeah. Studio 5.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's
my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you
and
again.
And also thank you for inviting us for the, you know, for the show and also for the Liquid Sports Award.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in the country. Yomi Omogbejam is the founder of African Athletics. Everything at African Athletics is definitely on his website. And wishing the very best of luck with the award scheme he wants to bring. Many thanks to Nana JC and Sadiq Adams for also passing through the studio. For everybody who helped to make sure we bring you this show this morning live on GTV Sports Plus. Many thanks to my sponsors, Anointed Boutique Jewels Jewelry, for also supporting us. Look African on the show. On behalf of everybody, we say bye for now.